This video is a wake-up call. Right now, your brain is operating at 10% of its true potential. And the worst part? You don't even realize it. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you sat down to work and actually finished what you started? When was the last time you felt that deep satisfaction of achieving something meaningful? If you're struggling to remember, you're not alone. But here's the truth most people won't tell you. Your brain is literally being hijacked every single day. Look, only about 10% of people watching this will make it to the end. You know why? Because this video won't give you those quick dopamine hits like scrolling through TikTok or Instagram. But for the real ones, the few of you who are actually serious about transforming your life, stay with me. Because what I'm about to share will completely transform how your brain processes motivation and reward. The reality check, why your brain feels broken. Before we dive into the solution, you need to understand what's really happening inside your brain right now. Every time you scroll through social media, watch a short video, or get a notification, your brain releases dopamine. But here's the problem. These aren't natural dopamine releases. Think about it like this. Your ancestors got dopamine from hunting, building relationships, and achieving real things in the real world. That's what your brain is designed for. But now, you're getting more dopamine in 1 hour of scrolling than your great-grandfather got in an entire month. Crazy, eh? And just like a drug, your brain builds tolerance. That's why reading a book feels like a chore, even though you wish you could enjoy it. That's why deep work feels impossible, because your brain craves quick hits instead. That's why real conversations feel unstimulating, unless there's a screen involved. You've literally rewired your brain to crave shallow stimulation instead of deep achievement. But here's the good news. You can reverse this damage. And when you do, you'll unlock levels of focus and motivation you didn't even know were possible. The science behind your motivation struggles. Let me break down exactly what's happening in your brain, and I promise, this will change everything you thought you knew about motivation. Your brain runs on a neurotransmitter called dopamine, the fuel that drives motivation. But here's the key distinction most people miss. There are two types of dopamine release. Type 1, the quick hit, artificial dopamine. Social media likes, gaming achievements, short-form content, fast food porn. Type 2, the deep release, natural dopamine. Completing a challenging project, building real relationships, learning a new skill, achieving meaningful goals, physical exercise. The problem? Your brain is addicted to type 1 dopamine. It's like living off junk food when what you really need is real nutrition. The dopamine reset protocol, rewire your brain in 3 phases. Now, I'm going to share a framework that will completely reset your brain's reward system. This isn't theory. This isn't feel-good advice. This is a battle-tested protocol that's going to help you reclaim your mental clarity. Phase 1. The awareness phase, 3 days. You keep doing everything you normally do, but with one crucial difference. You start tracking every single time you reach for your phone, check social media, or crave instant gratification. Most people will be shocked. I was. When I've done it, I realized I was reaching for my phone 200 plus times a day. Crazy, right? And I thought I had control. Phase 2, the reset phase, 7 days. This is where the real transformation begins. For 7 days straight, you're going to completely eliminate artificial dopamine sources. No social media, no gaming, no junk food, no porn. Yeah, I know. 7 days without distractions sounds impossible. But guess what? Your great-grandfather didn't even have these artificial dopamine traps. No infinite scroll, no TikTok, no 3-hour YouTube binges. And guess what? He survived just fine. In fact, he probably got more done in a day than most guys do in a week. Let that sink in. Phase 3. The rewiring phase ongoing. After the reset, you reintroduce activities based on value, not just their ability to give you a quick hit of pleasure. You train your brain to crave deep work and real-world rewards instead of meaningless distractions. How to execute this without failing like most people do. Step 1. Fix your environment. Your environment is either working for you or against you. There is no neutral. Turn your phone to grayscale. This reduces the dopamine hit from checking your phone by up to 60%. Move social media apps to the last page of your phone. Log out of all social media accounts. Make it take at least 30 seconds to log in. Remove all saved passwords. Step 2. Set up dopamine barriers. These are strategic obstacles between you and instant gratification. The harder it is to access distractions, the easier it is to stay focused. Step 3. Replace quick dopamine with deep rewards. Instead of scrolling, read 10 pages of a book. Instead of binge watching, start a skill-based hobby. Instead of endless gaming, exercise or meditate. What happens when you do this? The transformation timeline. Day 1. The detox begins. Your brain freaks out. You'll feel bored, anxious, maybe even weirdly irritated for no reason. You know why? Because your brain is throwing a tantrum. Just like a kid who's told no more candy. It's used to getting easy dopamine hits, and now you're cutting off the supply. But trust me, this withdrawal is the best thing that'll ever happen to you. Day 3. The fog begins to lift. You'll start noticing moments of clarity that you haven't experienced in years. Your focus starts improving. Day 7. Motivation comes back. The simple things in life become enjoyable again. You start feeling real satisfaction from completing tasks. Day 14 plus. The shift happens. Your brain stops craving distractions. You'll naturally gravitate toward deep work, conversations, and personal growth. Your next move. This changes everything. Most people will watch this video and do nothing. They'll keep scrolling. Keep wasting time. Keep feeling stuck. But not you. You're gonna take action. So here's the challenge. Try phase 2, but for just 24 hours. No social media, no gaming, no distractions. Then come back and comment. How did you feel? What changed? I guarantee, if you do this, feel like you unlocked a cheat code for life. And if you're ready to break free from distractions and take full control of your mind, there's one more thing you need to see. Watch this next video. It will show you the next step to mastering your focus and staying ahead. Your brain is your greatest asset. Don't waste it. Let's go.